Sukwigar de on and hello friends, welcome back to the channel. GungHoGuns here from Mando, and yes, the mustache is back, freshly polished and currently demanding a lightsaber of its own. It's a little crazy, I know. Anyway, we are back in SWTOR today, and first off, let me actually apologize for going dark the past week or two. Had a little bit of a family emergency, the kind where even the Mandalorian can't just tank it and walk it off. But anyway, we are good now, and I'm going to try to pump out a few more videos every week for you guys to enjoy and, learn how to play SWTOR together. Today, however, we are talking about the Jedi Sage Balance build. With the upcoming patches coming to Sage and Sorks, this class is about to go boom harder than a thermal detonator in a Jawa scrapyard. You will literally have people saying, hey, that's neat, to oh my god, he's doing 30k damage while eating cereal. I'm going to show you how to do this the easy way, the easy mode balance build for PVE. No sweaty rotations, no 47 bun piano solos, just smooth, lazy, Mando approved damage. Let's get into it. Looking for like-minded lunatics to play SWTOR with? Then why not join the Mando community? We're on the Starforge server, and we've been around since the Star Wars Galaxy days, back when blasters overheated and the cantina was the real endgame. We run everything: PvE, operation, dungeons, weekly world bosses, PvP, duels, bounties, you name it. If it explodes, we're probably already there. So if you want a crew that actually plays and isn't just standing around on fleet quoting Revan, then join Mando. Discord is in the bio. Strapping is going to get loud. All right, thank you guys again for being here. I really appreciate every single one of you. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. And then let me know in the comments if you need any help, if you need any assistance, if you have any questions, or if you want to see something else, let me know. I do read all those. I'll try my best to help you. With that said, I do plan to put all the timestamps like normal in the description, so if you want to jump around, feel free to, if you want to see something else and all that good stuff. But we're going to go over everything that you need to know, and as you know, on this channel, we do things the easy way. I will do a harder rotation later on for you guys when the new patch updates, but I can at least get you to 30 to 34k right now, which is, again, number one DPS in any group, or at least number two, and by far. But let's kick things off with the gear. So the best implants and the tactical are Tempest of Ro, and the Gathering Storm package and the Unmatched Haste package. Now, I know these are not fully leveled and you're seeing 341, but honestly, I am getting those numbers even with these. If you get these to full 340, on top of that, you get the new augments, you can probably push like 36k to 38k damage with this build. But again, this is just what I run. Going over to the combat style. Again, very important. I'm not going to go through all of it, but I am going to highlight a few of them. For example, on number 27, this is very important. The Teachings of Rajivari. Your project finishes all of your dots on the target, doing just an immense amount of damage. It's important that you always have this on, okay? The other one that I want to highlight is on your 43. Not a lot of people run this, and I don't know why. The Force Empowerment not only helps you, but your entire group. And it is, again, amazing. 10% extra for everybody. It's great. Why not have it? It helps you, and it helps everybody 5-minute cooldown. Make sure that you get it. Be a team player. But again, I'll let you guys go ahead and copy that, and then we will go back into stats. Now, as you guys know, I always build pending that I don't have a guild perk, but I do have the guild perk because Mando, runs it. However, this is if you don't have it. So again, for your accuracy, you want to run that 2694. As you see, I'm just a little bit over, but if you go down to melee, it should say 10%. And then if you go down to force, it should say 110%. What that's going to mean is that you're never going to miss any of your attacks on any of the bosses. It is perfect. Alacrity, you should really be between 2200 and 2300. This is going to help you because if there's any lag issues or anything like that, this is really where you want to be. Again, that's 2200 to 2300. And then you want to pump everything else into critical. Now, again, if you run the Zeal perk and you don't plan to run PvP or NIMP content, then you really don't need a lot of the Alacrity. You could probably just get away with just having like the basic Gathering Storm one. All right, let's get into the rotation. And again, I'm not going to go over my key bindings for you guys. I know it looks a little crazy. It's just this is how I'm used to playing it. I learned where all these buttons are, where I don't even have to look at it. I can just click it and, it's going to be there. Every one of these is, and all the other classes that I play, they are very similarly built. So again, I'm not going to go over all of it. I'm actually going to click and make this a little easier for you. So I actually built, right over here, I built what we're going to do here. So we're going to start off with right here, and this is going to be our opener. By opener, I mean you're going to do this one time and then you are never going to do it again. In longer fights, things like these two right here, which is, again, I actually have my little large tooltip. I'm actually can maybe lower it down a little bit so you guys can see it. But your mental alacrity, force empowerment, and then your adrenal. I'm only using a blue one just to show you because this is one of my crafters. I normally play on the other side, which is the Sork Madness. But again, here we go. So these three, I suggest, as you guys can see them, I have them right here because it's a little easier for me to see when I have to use them, especially your Force Potency as well. What you want to do is, again, make sure that you're going to keep using these when they're available throughout the fight. So again, we're going to use them here in the opener. And remember, this is a 1 minute, almost like 2 minute cooldown. This is a 5 minute cooldown, and this is a 3 minute cooldown. Your Force Potency is a 1-20 cooldown. So again, just kind of keep that in mind. We are going to be reusing those when they're available in the actual rotation, but we are going to use them first in the actual fight. So with that said, here is the opener. So the opener is very simple. And again, it is based off our implant, as you see right here, as well as our tacticals. So these two, based on these two and what your force speed does, we're going to always start with force speed. We're going to go force speed and into force serenity, into force imbalance. And remember, force imbalance is one of these. So what you want to do is you want to hit it twice. As long as you have something targeted, it will drop it wherever the feet are. It'll drop it on whatever you have targeted. So you just got to hit it twice. Okay. After our first force imbalance, we're going to do our Sever Force. This is our first dot. And then we're going to do Telekinetic Throw, and we're going to let it finish fully. After that, we're going to do our second dot, which is our Weaken Mind. At that point, we're going to use all of our buffs, including Force Potency. You're going to use it, and then you're going to use Project, and it's going to finish all of those dots. It's going to blow everything up. After that, we're going to use 2 more dots, and then we're going to use the Vanquish, which is kind of like our third dot, and then we're going to go Telekinetic Throw into Disturbance. This is going to be our opener, okay? And it looks something like this. And again, I'm not going to use the, I'm just going to say using buffs. I'm not going to actually use them. I'm going to use them in the actual at the end when I showcase the full rotation, but just so you know how it would actually work. So again, we are going to put all our, all our good stuff on there. And let me actually pull up, if I can pull up star parts here. If you guys give me a second, I'll pull up star parts so you can actually follow along and see how I am doing all of this. There we go. You guys should be able to see a little number here right now, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so again, we're just going to do the opener so you guys can see what it looks like. And again, I'm not going to use any of the buffs. I'll just say use buffs. So again, here we go. Force speed, force serenity, in balance. First dot, let the Telekinetic Throw finish fully. Second dot, all of the dots. Blow them up, dots again, second dot, third dot, and then we go from there. So just like that. So again, that is your opener, okay? With the buffs, that's going to hit like 40K. So again, one more time, we're going to do it one more time. We're going to let all this finish, just so you guys can see how the opener works. And again, that's force speed, serenity into force balance, you can hit it twice. Then first dot into Telekinetic Throw, let it finish fully. Second dot, all of your buffs, then project both of your dots again into a third dot, which is your Vanquish, into a Telekinetic Throw, let it finish all the way, and then into a Disturbance. So again, that is our opener. That is how that works. Next, we have our main rotation, and this is it pretty much right here. And that again includes force speed, because again, we're going to start it off always with that, into force imbalance and serenity. Then we're going to use a Telekinetic Throw into 2 more dots into a project. And remember, that finishes all of the dots. And then we're going to go Weaken Mind and Sever Force, which is again our 2 dots. We're going to use our Vanquish, which is our third dot. telekinetic throw, disturbance, and then just start it off again and again and again and again. So again, this is how you're going to play this class. Now, as soon as Force Potency is available, when to actually use it. I tried to have, as you see right here, right before this Vanquish, I tried to put Force Potency and all my buffs, if they're available, right before that Vanquish, as you go from there. But again, let's just assume that you did all of these already. So we're going to start off with the main rotation. We'll do it twice. And then at the end, I'm going to actually do the rotation, play some music, so you guys can actually see how it works. But again, this is the full rotation, or the main rotation, if you will. So again, starting off with Force Speed, Force and Balance, into Serenity, into Telekinetic Throw. Let it go all the way. And then 1 dot, 2 dot, Project, finishes everything. 1 dot, 2 dot, all your buffs, Vanquish, Telekinetic Throw. Let it finish all the way into Disturbance, and then you just start off. It's perfectly timed. That way you can just sit back and do this fully, and you will never, ever be in trouble, and you're just going to do a crazy amount of damage with this, especially once you kind of get rolling with your dots and your buffs and all that good stuff, just like that. So that is the full rotation, okay? Now I'm going to show you at the end the full rotation with the parse, so you guys can actually see how much damage you're going to be doing and how it all connects together.